Welcome to my first yoga session. So today I'm going to take you through a flow that I really enjoy. It's going to be one to really open up those hip flexors, open up those hamstrings, and address quad tightness. So take a deep breath and we'll just get started with some side stretches. So sitting in a cross-legged position and reaching to the side. And to the left. Back to the right. And back to the left. Next, what we'll do is we'll grab our right hand and we'll touch our left knee, staying in the same position, moving into a twist. And just some light pressure here. Head follows over the left shoulder. And back to neutral. Left hand, right knee, twist. Again, head looking over the right shoulder if that's comfortable for you. And back. So we're going to transition into our downward facing dog. Get in this position and really focusing on feeling that tension in the back of the legs. You can kind of run, so stretching out the legs as needed, bending the knees, making sure your stomach is pushed towards your legs. And then we're going to get you to step or jump forward into forward fold. Feet are about hip distance apart. Just feeling all the sensation in the back of the legs. Making sure to breathe. And the next thing we're going to do is an IT band stretch. So we're going to take our left foot, keep that planted. The right foot comes behind. And you're just going to keep that right leg straight while bending your left knee slightly. You can lean forward, whatever works for you. You should start to feel a strong sensation along the outside of the right leg. Breathe through this position. And step back. We'll do breathe in for halfway lift, straighten the back. Breathe out for forward fold all the way down. We're going to stretch that other IT band. So left foot this time steps behind. Left leg stays straight. Slight bend in the right knee. And just leaning forward, feeling that sensation on the outside of the left leg. Whatever's comfortable for you, bending forward might be an option today. If not, just staying in a position that pushes you. And then stepping back, halfway lift, big chest, looking forward, and breathing out, forward fold again. You're gonna put your hands on the mat and take a step back into downward dog. Pedaling out the knees as needed. So the first side we're going to work is our right side today. So get you to take a big inhale, big breath in, reach the leg up, knee as high as you can, right foot to left butt, and then step it through to a runner's lunge. You can drop the back knee. You can untuck the toes if you'd like, option to keep them tucked. And then breathe in here to pull your chest up. We're going to hold this position for a few breaths. Breathing deep, stabilizing with your core here. You should really feel it in your left side body, into the left hip. Okay, now leaning forward, placing your hands back on the mat, and toe heeling your right foot out to the outer edge of your mat. Hands come inside, and we're going to drop into a lunge here. You should be really feeling this one, again on the left side, but then also on the right hip. And you can drop as low as you need, or as comfortable for you today. That might be going down to your forearms, that might be kind of staying up on your hands, whatever works for your body today. Making sure that big toe stays on the mat, and just breathing through the sensation. Here for a few more breaths, in and out. In the next position we're going to do, we're going to bend that back knee, plant the left hand, and reach back for your foot. If you can grab the toes, you can apply a slight pressure, really intensifying that stretch in the quads and the left hip flexors. Making sure that right front toe is planted and not coming off the mat. If that's not accessible for you, just reaching back will also help. And just breathing through this very intense position. We're here for a few more breaths. And slow release, bring your foot back down to the mat. And we're going to straighten out that front leg, shifting our weight back and leaning forward over this leg. Making sure you're bending at the hip. Lots of sensation along the right hamstring. Breathing through that, straightening with every breath, and going a little deeper with every exhale. Maybe grabbing that right foot if that's accessible for you today. shifting the weight forward again, back into that lunge, and stepping the right foot back. At this point, you can run through your flow if you'd like, or if you'd rather, you could kind of go straight to a downward dog. If you're going through your flow, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And pedaling out the knees here. You might feel a big difference in your right side body compared to your left side body, and that's normal. We'll get you to take a big breath in, bringing the left knee up as high as you can. Right foot to the, left heel to the right glute, and stepping it forward into a runner's lunge. Right knee down, you can untuck the toes, and breathing up into position. Again, taking deep breaths here. Again, taking deep breaths here. Feeling that in the right hip flexor, engaging the core. You want to make sure that left knee is directly above the left ankle. A few more breaths, in and out. Then we're going to toe heel our foot to the side of the mat, and just leaning into our lunge here, really feeling that in the left hip as well this time. And whatever's accessible to you today, it might be going down on your forearms, it might be remaining in this position. I'm feeling a little tight today, so I'm going to remain here. And trying to relax everything that you don't need, the face, the back. Remembering to breathe through these positions. And when you're ready, bending that right knee, planting the right hand, and reaching back. Grabbing whatever is accessible for you today, whether that's the heel, whether that's the toes, whether that's just reaching, and breathing into that sensation, a lot of sensation in the right hip, the right hip flexors as well. It's really key to make sure that front left toe is still on the mat. And a few breaths in this position. Planting the back foot down, extending the left leg, and folding over the left leg, feeling the sensation in the left hamstring. Again, making sure you're folding at the hips. You can take a big breath in and straighten up, and a breath out and deepen that stretch. You can grab the foot if that's accessible to you. Lots of sensation along the back of the leg. Two more breaths here, in and out. And just leaning forward, bringing the weight forward into a tabletop position. And we'll just run through some cat and cows here. Big breath in and exhale. Big breath in. Exhale. Spreading the knees to the side of the mat, untucking your toes and pushing back into a child's pose. Really stretching the arms out here. And just relaxing. Trying to get rid of all the tension that you don't need. Deep, controlled breaths. And just giving your body that time it needs to relax and to calm down after that intense sensation and stretching. And that's it for today.